It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And we've got Bobby Okereke. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Colts and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably had a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition, you know, feast and watch football. I remember reading the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Wentz. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, and they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. To throw on third down, Jennings. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. When you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Wentz's throw taken in by Watkins here.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking.
We check the next-gen stats. You'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
40 field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
They went 3 and be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a play fake here on first down.
That's complete to...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Jennings. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On second down, Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Jennings. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and it rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll find Pittman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Wentz. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So out now come the Lions.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Off the play fake, Jennings.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
And this returnable for Hines.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So here are the Colts to take over.
They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult when he's made a defender this through the air, on the ground. They've been well to these.